Next speaker is Mr. Imran Khan. He has already been introduced, and he will be, thank you. He will be speaking on how the world views Pakistan's role in global geopolitics. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Ambassador Jilani. First of all, let me take a moment to thank Sanober Institute for hosting us today, especially Executive Director Dr. Kamashima and Ambassador Azaz Chaudhry. Let me also thank FES, especially Felix and Humayun Khan, for making this amazing and timely event possible. So as Ambassador Jilani said, I'll be talking about how world views Pakistan's role in global geopolitics. As I was introduced as the former country director of U.S. Institute of Peace, so I want to use that lens to understand how Pakistan turned around its relationship with the United States in the last couple of years. And I want to use that entry point to sort of lay out what are the opportunities for Pakistan in the coming years to sort of maintain that momentum that Pakistan has achieved in its global diplomacy. So, when my colleagues at U.S. Institute of Peace and I would convene experts on U.S.-Pakistan relations, both those who are visiting from the U.S. and those based here, there was so much skepticism and distrust and acrimony in U.S.-Pakistan relations, especially after America's exit from Afghanistan in 2021. And until, late 2023, early 2024. But it's really dazzling and inspiring and mind-boggling how Pakistan turned that relationship around. And when President Trump took over as the president of the US in January 2025, Pakistan was the only country that he mentioned. And I argue that Pakistan was able to achieve this diplomatic feat because of a political cohesion at the top state level in Pakistan, and how Pakistani diplomats, military diplomacy, all the institutions work together. So in order to retain this unique space that Pakistan has carved out for itself, which was evident in how Pakistan hosted Islamabad peace talks between Iran and US. If Pakistan wants to retain that unique space in geopolitics, Pakistan will have to repeat more of what Pakistan has done in the last 1.5 years, which is to say that the strategic relationship that Pakistan has been able to develop with the US, however temporary, and no matter how much substance there is in that relationship, Pakistan has to create and maintain momentum in that relationship. I mean, it goes without saying that Pakistan's military prowess, Pakistan's rising geopolitical role has been underwritten, backed, and supported by China. So China is not a variable in this rise. China is kind of a constant. The variable is US. And I think, Pakistan will have to keep developing its value proposition for the US. Even if you look at the assessment of the Directorate of National Intelligence, DNI, that came out a couple of weeks ago, there were some elements in that report that were not particularly flattering for Pakistan. And that report kind of goes on to show that there are still Pakistan skeptics within Washington, D.C. So Pakistan will have to keep working on that for some time to come to win over or to manage those risks that are associated with experts who are still skeptical of Pakistan's role. Now, some of the other risks that Pakistan will have to manage, and if Pakistan is able to manage those risks, I think Pakistan's star will keep rising in the region and globally. And my colleague Amna Khan already talked about Pakistan-Afghanistan conflict. I think that's where there is a major risk, because if this conflict keeps metastasizing, Pakistan might be burning some of the geopolitical capital, diplomatic capital that Pakistan has earned with a lot of effort. And, as Ambassador Jilani said in his speech, that, we've come a long way in the last 79 years. I think Pakistan has really, this is the moment when Pakistan has come of age as an independent geopolitical actor. It took Pakistan 79 years to develop that diplomatic agency that Pakistan has exhibited recently. I mean, post 9/11, Pakistan was the frontline state, the most allied ally with the US, but it was mostly reactive. Pakistan was kind of, pushed into that role. But, Pakistan's peace mediation recently, this is a different story. This, shows a state which has done a lot of diplomatic maneuvering, a lot of astute diplomacy, proactive role. You see a lot of sort of method behind this madness. But as I said that, all of these gains, they are amazing, they are substantive, but in order to maintain this, maintain this sort of momentum or winning streak, Pakistan will have to manage its conflict with Afghanistan. India, nobody has mentioned India so far. And perhaps I am being naive here, but I think with Pakistan's geopolitical rise, there is also an opening to have those negotiations with India. I know India has kind of rebuffed Pakistan's overtures in the last few years, and obviously Pakistan just fought a war with India in May 2025. But Pakistan is in a position of strength. And if there is an opening with India, Pakistan should take it. And that will actually play more to Pakistan's advantage than to India's advantage. Lastly, again, something extremely important that General Hayat also mentioned in his talk, and Ambassador Azaz Chaudhry also mentioned in his keynote speech. I think if Pakistan can get its human capital right, Pakistan will be unstoppable in the next 10, 15, 20 years. And, by human capital, we are talking about, educating our young generations. I mean, our universities are still struggling on so many issues. We have the Vice Chancellor of Quaid-e-Azam University here. We've got to, dedicate more resources to universities for research and science technology, also research and social sciences. That will ensure that Pakistan has those capabilities, whether it's dual-use technologies, whether it's human capital that comes from social sciences, humanities. I think those are some of the variables that can help Pakistan maintain its winning streak. But I've also highlighted some of the inherent risks that are there. But Pakistan, with with a lot of coherence at the highest level in state, Pakistan can manage those risks. Thank you so much.